who follows this Bhishma Panchaka, they get the benefit of all the austerities performed in the 4 months of Chaturmasya. Okay, so you have a raise hand symbol. How many of you want, even though if you have not observed Chaturmasya, want the whole benefit? Hare Krishna, raise your hand. Only one person. You have a raise hand symbol. You should know when you attend Zoom meetings, this is a way of communicating. I would like to know how many of you want the benefit of 4 months of Chaturmasya in a shortcut way of getting in 5 days. We have a very less people. Okay. So, 21 participants, only out of 61 participants, only 20 has raised hand. Okay. So, Bhishma, it is said, Bhishma performed this Bhishma Panchak before he left his body on the request of Lord Krishna. So we all know that Lord Bhishma Dev was a great devotee of Krishna, and he has to perform the service of being in the side of Adharma. It's a very painful service. But for a devotee, it is a service. Whatever Krishna wants, he wants to do. That's all. Whether that is good for me, not good for me, it doesn't matter. No. If it is Krishna wants, and if it is pleases Krishna, he is ready to do. That is the mood of a devotee. So you see, in the life of Bhishma, he has to do that service. What is that? He has to be against Krishna, against Dharma, against the Pandavas. So that is how he was positioned. So when he was in the arrow bed, he felt very bad. So for a devotee, when he does something bad, the greatest atonement is he doesn't go out to see in the scriptures what he has to find out, what he has to do. No. What he does is repentance. He repents. He repents. He repents. He repents. I did like this. This I should have not done. I should not. This is how he overcomes the sinful actions which he has done knowingly or unknowingly. So Krishna requested Bhishma Dev to perform this 5 days of tapasya on the last 5 days of Kartik month. So devotees, also the Haribhakti Vilas says, by observing these 5 days, one can get the benefit of the 4 months of Chaturmasya. All the benefits, like, there are a lot of austerities performed in the Chaturmasya, and especially ISKCON devotees. 1 month we don't eat sak, 1 month we don't eat curd, 1 month we don't eat milk, 1 month we don't eat urad dal, no idli dosas. So in this month, if you want to get all this, the thing is, we eat only 5 days we eat. That is starting from tomorrow. I thought of doing this talk tomorrow, but by the time I do it and you want to create a determination and follow, you may miss it. So 5 days we have to take only fruits and roots. Actually, there are 3 types of observing this, but the first type is actually eating only the Panchagavya. 1 day cow dung, 1 day cow urine, 1 day ghee. So like that, it is not a very common way of doing, and it is also not recommended. Once a devotee very enthusiastically did it. I said, Prabhu, don't do this way. No, Prabhu, I will do it. Then he started developing acidity, gas, and other things, drinking only cow urine and cow dung. So anyway, it's not to discourage you. If you have the faith on cow and other things, you can do that. But generally, and another way is like, people who are diabetic. Guru Maharaj personally, if you see that video, he says, I am diabetic, so I take Havishya. Today I will send in the communication group. What is Havishya? It's a mix of rice, moong dal, and kind of some other mixtures. So you can mix it and you can take that. So, but generally we take fruits and roots for a lot of purification. Keep yourself very high in energy for purification. We do that. So we take only fruits and roots, and specific fruits we avoid, like guava, which has many seeds, guava, papaya, and all those things. And we take fruits and roots. Some people who have acidity problem, Prabhu, I cannot just manage. Okay, some form of tapasya you can take by taking Ekadashi. See, this is don't go and quote me saying that in the class it was said by Srivas that we can take Ekadashi. It is not any bona fide or anything given, but some people say that, Prabhu, I cannot do it. The fruits alone cannot manage. So I have been recommending this kind of a model for last 15 years, and many people take up, they become inspired, and gradually they move next year through fruits and roots. So it's not a bona fide that they are following Ekadashi thing, but some form of austerity, something is better than nothing. Okay, so we do Ganga Snan on 5 days, but if you are not in Mayapur, near Ganges, you can, while taking a bath, you can fill your bucket with water and chant Ganga, Ganga, Ganga. So Guru Maharaj says one gets the benefit of taking bath in Ganges. You can do Tarpan to Bhishma Dev by offering some mantras, which I will be sending that. And then last 5 days, you can offer 5 types of flowers. I will also send that also, and you can offer the Tarpana mantra, and you can offer that flowers to the lotus feet on one day, thigh on one day, abdomen on one day, chest on one day, and face on the day. So like that, you can do that. So the whole idea is to absorb yourself more in the, what to say, Krishna consciousness. That's the whole idea of this. With so much of, you can repent. Devotees who felt that I have actually done a lot of offenses, committed offenses, sins, unknowingly, knowingly, you can repent these 5 days. Remember Bhishma Pitha, remember Lord Krishna, remember Sanatana Goswami as mentioned in Hari Bhakti Vilas. You can observe this. We decided in our Puram group that we will all try to chant 64 rounds all 5 days. Hare Krishna. It may be a Herculean task, but this is what we are supposed to do. We are all going to assemble at 3 o'clock. Every day we are going to go to bed by 8:30. From today, 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock, get up, and by 9, 10 o'clock, we are going to finish 50 rounds. Then balance we can do. And then we are going to discuss on pure devotional service 6 symptoms. Kleshagni Subhada Sudurlabha Santarananda Visheshatma. What is that? Santarananda Visheshatma. Moksha Lagutakrit and Shri Krishna Akarshani. This is our topic of discussion for the next 5 days. And we are going to read Srimad Bhagavatam for 1 or 2 days, and we will do every day Swadhyaya Abhyasana Yajna in the same Japa Yajna every day, 1 hour in the afternoon. So like this, we are going to observe this Bhishma Panchaka. So please take it very seriously. If you miss this, you have to wait for 1 more year for Damodar month to come and do that. Okay, so this is what is a short description on Bhishma Panchaka. Ways how you can observe. Devotees, anybody has any questions? We have 1 or 2 minutes.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu, are we fasting today for Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj?
Yeah, so today Today is actually fasting till noon for Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, who is the spiritual master of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Srila Prabhupada said all initiated devotees should be very consciously observe this vratas on the appearance, disappearance days and Jayantis, appearance days of Lord Krishna. This is one of the very important principle, regulative principle to be followed by serious devotees who want to become advanced in devotional service. So you can observe this till 12 o'clock. I have released the unmuting option. If anybody has something, they can unmute yourself and ask. Otherwise, I will end here. Bhagavatam class will start.
Hare Krishna.
Can you take milk and yogurt, Prabhu?
Milk products should be avoided now, Prabhu.
Prabhu?
No milk products.
Yes. No milk products. No milk products. Only fruits and roots.
So they can take coconut water and sugarcane juice.
Yes. Coconut water you can take. Actually, it is not directly mentioned sugarcane juice, but it's a sugarcane is a root by the way of this logic of root. So you can take it and make it kind of a sweetener. You can take a sweeten if you want to take some sweets or kind of a drink. You can take sugarcane juice. You can take dry fruits, badam, pista, cashew, dates, all those things you can take, and you can observe Bhishma Panchaka. Any other questions?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam, Parabhakti.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, many Bhakti Vriksha members are asking this Bhishma Panchaka. Actually, Bhishma lay down on the Panasayana, Prabhuji, this arrow bed. That's at the time of Kurukshetra it happens, but Gita Jayanti comes in December. This Bhishma Panchaka comes at the end of this Kartika month. How to understand it?
Yeah, but that is nothing to do with the Bhishma Panchaka. Maybe that we can do offline, Mataji. Anything on fasting and other things anybody wants?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes.
Fruits and roots we will take how many times on a day? 2 or 3?
You can take as many times.
Okay.
You can
Thank
take
you.
full day. You can keep eating.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Somebody has asked for lemon juice, Prabhu. Can we take lemon juice?
Lemon can be taken. Yes.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Yes,
Prabhu,
go ahead.
have carrot and cucumber.
Cucumber has a lot of seeds in it. Yeah, so we avoid that, as I know. See, I am also not an expert. So whatever I know that I'm just sharing. But the whole idea is to live on fruits. That's all.
Diabetes or wanted to know, Prabhu.
So if you are diabetes, actually Guru Maharaj says you can take Havishya. That is the third type. I will send you in the email. Yeah, honey, I am not sure. I don't think we can take that. That we need to confirm. We cannot take honey.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes.
Diabetes, right? This Havishya, whether moong dal is allowed, Prabhuji?
That's what. See, if you are taking type 3, you have to do that only.
Okay.
That Havishya content, I will be sending you the email. In that it will be there. I will be sending you the WhatsApp.
That moong dal is normally allowed, but in Kartik month it's not. We don't use
No,
like this. It's confusing.
In Kartik month we avoid urad dal, not moong dal.
Okay. Okay.
Urad dal is different. Moong dal you can always take. Urad dal is rich in protein and high in protein. That is why we avoid. Okay.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay, so you will have a lot of questions whenever you do this. Oh, I can take this, I can take that. Okay, so the whole idea is to do some fasting on fruits. So it's not very particular. Oh, I'm not supposed to take that. It is not like that. But still, we are supposed to follow the rules. But there is nothing harm if you take something, it breaks or anything like Ekadashi, you take grains and it breaks. So nothing like that. But that doesn't allow you to do whatever you want. But we just go into the purview of that circle. And the whole idea is 5 days. Keep yourself very light weighted. That's the whole idea. Very light. so that you can also decrease your material wants. Thursday, Friday is our job. Saturday, Sunday again is a holiday. It's fourth Saturday also. So keep your material needs less, to chant more, read more, absorb yourself, do more Krishna Katha, absorb yourself in Krishna consciousness. This is the ultimate detail behind performing this Bhishma Panchaka. Okay, Hare Krishna. So wishing you all a happy Bhishma Panchaka. I'm planning to create a small Bhishma Panchaka group for these 5 days. And maybe the discussion can go on there, and devotees can chant 64 rounds, doing other things. They can inspire each other. Salt and pepper. Yeah, so pepper is a root. I think so. You can take, I think so. Salt is Saindava Lavana. Potato, yes. Potato is an important thing. You should go to Mayapur. In Mayapur, I had a great opportunity to observe this Bhishma Panchaka with Guru Maharaj. They serve in the lunch 18 items. Hare Krishna. Maybe I can list those items in the WhatsApp group. So many things are there. Bhishma Panchaka last day is Monday. Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, so we will stop here, and I think I will go ahead for Tamil class in some other group, and they can have announcements and do that. Okay. Bhishma Panchaka ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki, Gurudev ki, Gaur Premanand.
Hare Krishna. So I have a next door neighbor who is suffering from COVID and is in a critical condition. So I'm requesting all the devotees to kindly pray for her by chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Hare
So
Krishna.
thank you very much. So over to Sanatana Prabhu for the Srimad Bhagavatam class. Hare Krishna.
Thanks.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Am I audible, Prabhu?
Yeah, audible, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Kalyan Prabhu, can you please make me host, Prabhu, so that I can share my screen?
Done, Prabhu, done.
Yes.
We'll talk about it. I don't.
Prabhu, the screen is visible, Prabhu?
Are we?
Yes, Prabhu, yes. Prabhu, I'm just muting all. Can you please unmute, Prabhu? Sorry, Prabhu. Go ahead.
Now I thank especially Srivas Prabhu and all the senior devotees here for giving me opportunity to speak about this Karya Madhyana. Now I request all Vaishnavas and all the devotees who are supporting to pray for me so that I can speak something which is very beneficial for me, cleansing my heart. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chikshurunmiletam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namaha Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swaminiti Namne Nama Acharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Pradayane Gaura Kaltamodaya Nadagramatara. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namne Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachatya Deshata. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktaranda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare. Now I was asked to speak about the Kaliya Mardana pastime. This pastime happened just after the Hare Krishna. This pastime happened just after the killing of Dhenukasura. Actually, Krishna generally he used to go to the forest for tending house along with Balaram and cowhead boys to the forest. But on this particular day, by the Krishna will, he has gone to the forest for tending cows without Balaram. You can see all the cows here. Gopas, they went to the bank of the Kaliya river, that is a Yamuna river, to tend the cows. And that you see the fortunate position of all the Gopas actually. They all played with the Krishna, with the various, and they started imitating the various birds actually. They played all throughout the day. Now that was there. And because it was very summer actually, severe summer, because of all the playings, all the Gopas and the cows, they tried actually. They felt thirsty and they went to the banks of Yamuna. They started drinking the water. As soon as they touched the water of the river Yamuna, actually, all of them they fell down to the banks of the river Yamuna because it was contaminated by the poisons of the Kaliya serpent. Here, Sukadeva Goswami concluded this pastime saying that Sri Krishna, the Supreme Personality Godhead, seeing that Yamuna river had been contaminated by the black snake Kaliya, decided to purify the river, and thus Lord banished him from it. Simply, Sukadeva Goswami, very few slokas, he concluded the pastime of the Kaliya Mardana. But Parikshit Maharaj was very eager to hear about the Lord's pastime. He asked Sukadeva Goswami, my dear Sukadeva Goswami, you please tell us how Krishna has banished the Kaliya, how Kaliya came to the Yamuna river, all the things here. Very important point is he is very eager to hear about the Krishna's pastime. In this regard, Srila Prabhupada quotes in Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, Srila Prabhupada says, the eagerness to hear about the God is the first qualification of the devotee eligible for entering the kingdom of the God. That's the important point is all of us, we should be very eager to hear about the Krishna. And really we are very grateful to all the devotees, senior devotees who arranged us this Kartik Mass to hear regularly about the Krishna. They are creating opportunities for hearing about the Krishna. I'm really thankful to all of them. In this regard also, you can, when the Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, when he observed Prabhupada, the Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur liked Prabhupada because Prabhupada wants to hear, eagerly hearing the Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur this thing. And hearing is such an important aspect in our devotional life, because even Mother Rukmini Devi also, she has never seen the Krishna before that kind of. But when she heard from the pure devotee Narada Mahamani about Krishna's pastime, she developed an attachment to Krishna, and she wanted to Krishna as her husband. Here also, again, in few weeks before, Shiva's Prabhu also said the same thing. Even Lord, when in Mayapur, when there is one Bhagavatam about Gaura Bhagavatam, Lord Shiva wanted to come to hear about this. Lord Shiva was so eager. Actually, he thought, actually, if I go by my own vehicle, bull, I won't be able to reach there in that Mayapur. Then he immediately asked the Hamsa Vahana. There is also place, actually, when we go for parikrama, we used to see that and offer the prayers. That is all the important. Is the point is one should be very eager to the hear. As soon as Parikshit Maharaj requested Sukadeva Goswami eagerly wanted to hear about the Krishna's pastime, Sukadeva Goswami narrated started the Krishna Katha. Actually, Sukadeva Goswami said, within the river Yamuna, there was a big lake actually, and that lake was habitated by the Kaliya serpent. Because of Kaliya was full of poison and venom actually. Because of the venom actually, whatever even birds and whatever the birds are flying over the Kaliya, that lake also, there because of poison, they fall down and dead at it. Even the vegetations and all the creatures in and around the Kaliya, Kaliya lake, and everything was dead actually. Yeah. And that's here. And here, actually, Sanatana Goswami also said the Kaliya has a very mystical power, saying the Jalastamba. With that mystic power, one can make a block, solid blocks using the water. And the Kaliya he has built a big city under the thing, and he's living there. When Krishna said, Krishna saw that thing because he knows that kind of thing, because of the poison, because of Kaliya, entire lake and surrounding areas was polluted. Krishna thought actually to teach a lesson, subdue the Kaliya. Here also we can why Lord incarnates in this world actually. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya sadiskutam dharma samsthapanardhaya sambhavami yugayana. Lord incarnates in this world to protect his devotees and annihilate the demons and re-establish the devotional principles, dharmic principles. Yeah, that Krishna decided. Even in this yuga, actually, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, instead of killing all of the demons, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu inaugurated Sankirtana movement where he wanted to kill the demonic mentality in our heart, demonic. That is inaugurating the Sankirtana movement and distributing the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama Hare. Krishna climbed on the top of the Kadamba tree. Here Acharya says, because there is only one tree, Kadamba tree, which is alive. Because Garuda knows that kind of in future Krishna will do the pastime on this tree. Garuda has dropped a few drops of nectar on the tree. And Krishna climbed the tree, and from there he tightened his waist belt and he clapped as he was proposed, clapped both the hands as he was proposed. He was prepared to fight with the Kaliya, and he jumped from this. You can see here, this is the Kaliya God, the tree on which Krishna has climbed. Now also we can have a darshan when we will go to the Vrindavana Parikrama. And Krishna jumped into the lake, and he's not afraid of the Kaliya. Because of Kaliya, no living entity, even demigods also, they are not able to approach that lake. But Krishna, because he's Supreme Personality God, he's not in fear of the mundane material small serpent Kaliya. He started sporting in the water. He started swimming in the water. While swimming, he created such a splashing sound, actually very loud sound. Because of this loud sound, the Kaliya was unable to tolerate the thing. He said, okay, somebody had trespassed my terrain, and Kaliya immediately appeared before the Krishna. And Kaliya has seen the Krishna, beautiful Krishna with a smiling face and beautiful bodily features. Krishna is wearing a nice yellow garments, with is decorated with the kaustava kind of the. Because of enviousness of the Kalia was unable to appreciate the Lord's beautiful appearance there, but instead the Kalia started biting the Krishna with the here also because we are attending the Bhakti Shastri course. Maharaj says if you are really envious of the devotees, then slowly we will start a fault finding with the devotees, and we will leave the devotee association and we will go for the Asat Sangha, and we can really leave the Krishna consciousness. That is very important. We should not be envious of the devotee. Here, actually, what Kalia has done, he completely wrapped up Krishna with his coils. When the cowhead boys and cows, everybody they saw the Krishna, and Krishna was wrapped under the collars of they all felt the fear. Because what is the thing? Because they are pure devotees, Krishna. uh, Manasa Deho, he in this regard, Shiva Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, Manasa Deho Geho Jo Kicho More Arpilo Tua Padananda Kisho. Because cowhead boys, they dedicated everything for Krishna. Because whenever we can also see, whenever our loved ones they are in the difficulties, we will also feel a very painful heart and fear. Similarly, the cowhead boys already they feared actually. The cows and bulls and calves, everything, they started crying very piteously, seeing their darling Krishna in the wraps of the Kaliya. Here, parallelly, what happens? The bad omens started. The Nanda Maharaj, all in the Vrindavan, they have seen the bad omens, like a trembling of earth, falling of the stars, meteors from the sky, and the shivering of the left eye from the dead body. The Nanda Maharaj say, "Oh, today Krishna has gone. Ella, she has gone without Balram. There may be very dangerous actually. They are very afraid." Here also, I heard the class of His Holiness Radharam Swami Maharaj. He said Krishna wanted everybody to be there actually in the place so that they can see the Kaliya past. And that is the thing. Krishna had arranged such a bad omen so that immediately Nanda Baba and Yashoda Mai, all the senior covered, they immediately rushed from their homes and they started coming out. But when they started following the footprints of the Krishna, and here also it was mentioned that because Vrindavan, all of them, they loved this so much creatures, birds, animals, cowhead boy, senior cowhead man, gopis, everybody loved it. They never trespassed the lotus footprints of they preserved the lotus footprints of the Krishna. All of them, they have followed the lotus prints, and it led to the Kaliya, what is the Kaliya lake actually, where when they have saw they have see the Krishna from the very far end actually. Krishna was entrapped in the coils of the Kaliya, and they were everything because again in Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, Janaka Janani Daitya Dhanaya Prabhu, because Krishna is everything for the Gopas, and Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda, my all senior gopis, they felt very fearful and sorrow. And young gopis, they also saw the Krishna in the entrapped in the coils of the thing. They thought actually they are also very fearful. And gopis, they started remembering how much what is the friendship with the Krishna, his smiling glances, his talks with them, his interactions with me, and they thought very terrible sorrow. They felt very terrible sorrow, and they say entire universe has awakened because Krishna is so dear to them. In this regard, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also says, "Yugaitam nimshena chakshusha pravrushayitam shunyayitam jagat sarvam govinda virhanam." He said. This Srila Prabhupada in his Krishna book, he made a comment actually. He said, this is the highest stage of Krishna consciousness. Almost all of the inhabitants have such a love for the Krishna. Whenever Krishna is in a problem, is in danger, they felt actually their life, they felt very bad actually. For about 2 hours, Krishna was acting like an ordinary child. He was there in the coils of the Kaliya. But when Krishna saw that all the distress of the Vrajavasis are increasing like anything and they are about to live their lives, Krishna expanded himself and broke away from his hoods, Kaliya hoods. And Krishna, because he playfully started playing with the Kaliya, and and he's circling around the Kaliya. But in the parallelly, then on the other side, Nanda Baba, Yashoda Mai, everybody they wanted to enter the Kaliya, but Balarama actually, because Balarama is Adiguru, he knows what this material serpent can do with the Krishna, and he obstructed all of them. He checked all of them. Don't enter to the poisonous water of the Yamuna. Krishna has encircled. Kaliya has followed Krishna, and it was going on and on and on. After doing endless circles in and around the things, Kaliya has become a tiresome. And taking this opportunity, Krishna jumped on the one hood of the Kaliya and he started dancing. Because you know that Krishna is a master of all fine arts actually. Krishna started dancing. When Krishna started dancing, all the Delicians along with their wives came to the bank of the river Yamuna. They accompanied Krishna dancing with their playing of the musical instrument, and they supported Krishna dancing with their songs and glorification of the Krishna, and they showered the flower petals from the sky actually. And Krishna began dancing, and Kaliya he started to again bite the Krishna with another hood, and Krishna started jumping from this hood to that hood, and Krishna was dancing and dancing, and Kaliya began feeling around with a lots of pain actually, and he started vomiting the blood, vomiting the poison, vomiting the blood from his mouth, nostrils, and because of this one, the Kaliya started reducing the all the sinful reactions so far the Kaliya committed. Then Krishna, powerful dancing, broke all the Kaliya's 1000 hood. In this regard also, His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj says actually, says the Krishna, when we chant the holy name of the Lord actually, Krishna dance on our tongue, because our tongue is also very dangerous kind of thing. And that is finally what happened after dancing, that after entire venom from the body comes out of the Kaliya mouth and nostril, Kaliya slowly began to understand the Krishna as a supreme personality of Godhead. She started taking the shelter of Lord in his mind. And but when Kaliya wife saw that Kaliya was so much become a fatigued and tiresome, they immediately rushed before the Krishna, placing their kids, that the offsprings before the Kaliya, and they started praying to Krishna. In this regard, Srila Vishwanath Thakur said actually, the wives of the Kaliyas become very disgustful because of the demonic attitude of their husband Kaliya. And they thought that let them, Krishna, kill this Kaliya. Let them we become widows, no problem. But we will surrender to the Lord, and we will do our devotional service, and we will engage ourselves in the service of the Lord. But when the Kaliya Nagapatnis saw their husband is submitted to Krishna, they said, "Oh, how fortunate we are! Our husband became a Vaishnava. Let us try to protect him." Then Nagapatnis offered the prayers to the Lord, saying that, "Oh Lord, your punishment is just correct for this Kaliya, because it reduced all the sinful activities what he has done for the so far, and it made him a purified." And Nagapatnis were very astonished actually. I think might be the Kaliya has performed a lot of austerities. Otherwise, how it's possible to Kaliya to have a dust of your lotus feet? Even the Lakshmi Devi also a very hanker and do a lot of tapasya for this kind of thing. They were very assured. He might have done a lot of austerities in the previous life. Otherwise, how will he get to that thing? Even all the devotees, Tandera Charana, Sevipakta, Sanevas, Janma Janma Hoya. If one is fortunate enough to get the lotus feet of the devotees, in the Guru, Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sam. While holding on to the lotus feet of the our spiritual master, devotees, and Krishna, only we can make our life successful. And again, here again, Nagapatnis continued their prayer, saying that, "Oh Lord, you exhibit your illusory potencies to bewilder those those people who do not surrender to Him. in the class also, Bhaktivinoda Swami Maharaj says actually in the Ishopanishad also there was one sloka says, Lord is very nearer and very far. For those jnanis and the speculators and yogis, Lord is not able to, they are not able to catch hold of. The Lord is very far. Even somebody able to travel with the speed of mind also, they cannot approach the Krishna. But wherever the devotees, they can easily hand over the Krishna to him. And again, Nagapatni has continued their face, Lord, you are the father of all the living entities in the mode of ignorance, mode of passion, mode of goodness. And this Kalya in the mode of passion is also your child. And it is the duty of the master to please forgive the child. O Supreme Personality of Godhead, please forgive our husband because he does not know from who he is actually. He is unable to understand who you are. Then after hearing the that Nagapatni prayers, Kaliya also said, Oh Lord, my birth is like a snake and you made me envious, ignorant and angry. Oh Lord, it's very difficult for me to give up all these conditions which I am identifying with my body. Oh Lord, please arrange for me whatever is considered proper, whether it's a punishment or your mercy. Here also Srila Bhaktivinoda Tagore says actually, Maro Bira Kobi Jo Icha To Hara. The pure devotee is always saying that kind of thing. Whatever is there actually, it's a mercy or punishment, you do the thing. Because both of them, Krishna, both of them benefit for that. Lord Krishna, after hearing the prayers of Kali and Nagapatri, Lord Krishna said, O serpent, you cannot remain here any longer. Go back to the ocean at once, along with your wife, children, relatives, and friends. Let this river become again purified, and let them all, Vrajavasis, cows, calves, enjoy this river. Krishna said, this is the benediction Krishna gave. If somebody remembers my command to you and narrate this pastime morning and evening, he will become free from fear of yourself. And if one bath is in this place, he will become free of all sinful reaction. So then again, Krishna continued, saying, Garuda, you left Ramanaka Islands because of fear of Garuda. Don't worry, Garuda will not harm you because when Garuda sees my footprints on your head, in your horse, he will not. According to Srila Vishnu Thakur says, Kali also said, indicated that Krishna, if you wanted to go any distant place, you please call me as your carrier because I can transport you that hundreds of yojana with the blinks of the ring. After saying the prayers, all the Nagapatnis, Kalya, along with children, and they offered flowers and they offered the prayers and they have given the gifts and they have circumambulated the Lord and they started leaving the river. In this regard, actually, this is the picture of the Kaliya Krishna. This is the Fiji Island. As this is actually Kaliya went to the Fiji Islands. Actually, in this remembrance, Srila Prabhupada has installed a deity. This is the only one deity in the entire ISKCON temple where the Krishna beautifully dances on the woods of the Kaliya. After this one, Krishna again came back to the river and Krishna was hunted by Balaram and everybody. Here, the pastimes of the Kaliya ends. While coming to the Anartha part, actually, the Kaliya represents the brutality and treachery. Brutality means very cruel and violent. Treachery means causing harm to somebody who really trusts you. Here again, here that opposite word. This is the bad qualities. Opposite words are this is the sober, brutality. Treachery means faith. Treachery means faithlessness. The opposite of treasure. Here actually, it was a sober person. How we will become a sober? How will become by serving a sober person? They also lecture of instruction. It was already said actually. Vacho vegam, manasa krodha vegam, jiva vegam, udaro pasta vegam, etan vegan yo vishahitadera sarvama pima prithvim sasishya. Sober person by serving the spiritual master. I also had one of the how you become a good cook by serving the cook actually. And how you become a sober person by serving the spiritual masters and the devotees. that how you can come out of this brutality. In this also, we heard actually in the previous lectures also, Venimada Prabhu said, if you have a lots of anarthas, it's like a kind of a pot with lots of holes in it, kind of thing. Then we won't be able to hold the mercy we are getting from the senior Vaishnavas and our spiritual master. In this regard, Loknath Swami Maharaj also said that each demons represents a particular kind of bad quality. When we hear these pastimes in the association of devotees, whatever the anarthas are there in our heart, it will be removed very easily. And when it comes to the faithfulness part, actually, Radha His Holiness Radharam Swami Maharaj said, faith comes by hearing the Krishna Katha in the association of the sincere devotees regularly. Then whatever one more point is also there, how we will get the qualities. We have to glorify those devotees who are faithful, who are the we have to glorify the pastimes of devotees who are really very sincere devotees, so that we can come out of these anarthas very easily. In this regard also, His Holiness Jayapatak Swami Maharaj say, we should be very careful of our treacherous mind, faithless mind, because it always gives us so many excuses and doubts to not to chant. Uh, then Maharaj says, you simply ignore the mind's directions and simply chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And again, I'm thankful to all the devotees for giving me these opportunities. If I made any wrong comments, you please correct. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Sanatan Prabhu. So we thank you for this wonderful Bhagavatam class. It's a very nice description of the pastime of Kaliya. So, how should we serve the pure devotees and develop qualities? In our current condition, we may not be in a position to meet our spiritual masters, serve them personally. So how are we supposed to serve them?
Prabhu, I will make an attempt, Prabhu. If I say a wrong answer, so please correct me, Prabhu. And actually, what I heard from the senior devotees, actually, we should take an association of the association means there are several. It's not a kind of simply we are making a good time with the devotees. We should go to the devotees. Again, in the nectar of instruction, it was said actually, Guhyam Akhyati Puchyate. Whatever the things there in our heart, we should reveal our things to the our senior devotees and Guru Maharaj and those devotees who are supporting good, so that we will be able to come out of those problems and take association. As you said, how we can serve the thing. As I heard from the senior Vaishnavas and senior devotees and those people who are supporting me, then we have to hear from the thing and that body of the spiritual master. As per our capacity, we have to please the spiritual master by following his instruction. That's what I'm able to understand. If you're able to add something, you can please add.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. So, any devotees have any other questions? So, you can please ask Sanatan Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Are there any messages on the chat box? So, no messages, Prabhu. So, anybody has any other questions?